Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Smell that?
No.
Doesn't smell pleasant. Okay. Happy extra bonus video. Not bonus video, extra video. What are you doing?
Being difficult.
We're at the Pennask brake check. We're about to go downhill. So let's quickly show you our load. Concrete blocks, max weight load. I got the drives, the bridge, and the pup all maxed out in weight. Let's go up here. Go through the snow. All right, so we're at the top here. Start with a 6% downgrade. And then there's a runaway lane, a Brenda mine chain off area, another runaway lane. And then, I don't know why it says 6% again for a kilometer and then 6% for 3 kilometers. But basically we've got 25 kilometers of just down, lots of down. 25 kilometers. I'll go around the front. With a max weight Super B load, it's going to be slow going. It might be the slowest gear I've gone on this truck yet. Don't put your hand there.
That's where my hand goes.
I need that spot to climb up here.
Too bad.
Too bad. So let's see. In third gear right now, which is first gear direct. Ninth gear. I think I'm going to stay a pretty low gear here. 10th gear. Let's maybe start in 11th gear. Top of the hill here. And turn our engine brakes on max. Thank you, car. I appreciate you pulling over. Roads are pretty wet down here, so hopefully the mirror camera survives all the misting. So there's lots of misting coming off of cars.
Spring.
It's spring. It's plus 11 degrees Celsius at the top. It's plus 11 degrees Celsius at the top, and it's got to be better down low.
The rest area was plus 14, so I mean,
Okay.
plus pretty nice.
12th gear. 11th was a little too slow. Let's go to 12. See how that handles. Gaining very slowly as we get to higher RPM. It should hold a little better. Got the fan on. So you guys are watching this video way down the road. Today's actually March 15th, almost 3 p.m. It's an extra video with a new company. Who knows if we're going to get home guaranteed every 2 weeks. If all of a sudden something goes wrong, maybe maybe we need to be 3 weeks out. So if you guys are watching this, either I've got a day off sick, or we're on vacation, or we didn't make it home for a 2-week reset. We haven't started any of that yet, but I'm trying to get a couple more of these extra videos done just in case. That way you guys keep getting videos even if I don't make it home. I have a sneaky suspicion we might all of a sudden load like at Porcupine on a Thursday. And then, yes, it'll be 2 weeks from then, but that'll be 2 weekends.
I see what you mean.
Unless we load on a Monday, it's going to be 2 weekends. And there's a potential for that. And then we're shooting these normal videos 2 weeks in advance. It isn't going to work anymore. There is a chance of that, and well, that's why we're shooting these extra videos. Another thing that came up was, I say I've got my engine brakes on full, and I've also got my fan on. The fan has confused a bunch of people because I've never explained what I mean by I've got the fan on. The fan robs a couple extra horsepower and it slows us down. That's all I've ever said. So the fan, it's just a radiator fan. Every car has a fan to cool off the coolant in your car, right? It automatically comes on, shuts off. When your radiator gets hot, the fan will come on. This fan does exactly the same thing. When I climb a steep hill and the engine gets hot, the fan kicks on. Whenever it's working hard and the engine gets hot, the fan kicks on and cools off the coolant. That's all that this fan is, but because it's such a huge fan, it actually robs quite a few horsepower from the truck. It actually kind of sucks when you're climbing a steep hill and the fan kicks on, and all of a sudden you lost some horsepower, and all of a sudden you're going up the hill slower. But I also have the option of just turning it on. There's a button on my dashboard to manually turn that fan on. It's either on automatic, like every other car in the world works, or I can manually override it and say on. And when it's on, like this going downhill, it steals a couple extra horsepower, slowing us down by a kilometer. I know it's only a kilometer, but that kilometer makes a difference. It might even be more than a kilometer. It makes a difference holding back the truck. So I can go down the mountain slightly faster when you're doing, right now we're going down at 49 kilometers an hour. Got 25 kilometers of this. The quicker we can go, the more we are out of the way for all the rest of the cars. Alright, that's all I have to say. Okay, your turn, Jess. Now you're in charge of the rest of the video.
Good night.
Good night, that's it, we're done.
So I'm in charge.
I've been getting questions on how many kilometers my truck has. I guess that'll be a little inaccurate because I don't know when you guys are listening to this or watching it. As of March 15th, we're at 400,782 kilometers. Rolled over to 400,000 just a few days ago. Actually, the same day that we hit 4,000 subscribers. Just made a note of that.
I think it's pretty cool.
Right, so 6% grade, 12th gear, max load works out pretty good. Some of the grades are steeper, so I'd have to pick a lower gear. So I'm learning how to drive all over again.
Well, the plus side is you're doing it in spring.
Yeah, not on slippery roads.
Well, by winter you should have it all figured out.
Sure.
Yeah.
of extra videos that you guys have looked at in the past that came from Suncoast Hill. Now we're at Trapline. But you guys know that already. It's always weird shooting these extra videos going, oh yeah, all the things I say here you guys have known for weeks or months.
Yeah, squeaky things.
Windshield wiper? No, I'm not spraying WD-40 on my windshield wipers to get them not to squeak.
That sounds like a mess.
That's what has been suggested to me. I figure that's a troll comment because imagine WD-40 grease all over your windshield. That can't be a good thing. Linda suggested a little bit of dish detergent.
Yeah.
But then you'd have all these suds and bubbles on the window too. I don't know how that would work. I'm a little nervous of trying that.
Let's do that to both of them one day when we're like in a rainstorm. Be just a bubble machine as we go down the highway.
He must be empty. Fan back on. And just like that, we start slowing down. I'll turn the fan back off. And it's staying on. It will decide, the computer will decide when it turns back off. There we go. Turn the fan off. Here's the Brenda Mine chain off area. Showed you guys on the sign.
It's when we start to feel like we're home. We know we're close
we're
to.
definitely home. This is definitely home.
Yeah, we're close to the Okanagan now.
We're in the Okanagan now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to upshift here. There's a couple more steep sections, but they're really quite short. Remember on that sign where they say the 6% at the end? So I'll just drag the brakes a little bit over there and speed up a little here. Grab it by one gear, going up to 13th. Just so that we're going a little quicker. That brings us up to 54, 55 kilometers an hour. Turn the fan back on since we're in a higher gear. Start the descent at a low enough gear I don't have to touch the brakes at all. If there's a little couple of steeper section at the end where I have to just barely drag my brakes, that's not going to overheat my brakes. And then if I have to use a little extra brake, that'll make my brakes warm, but not enough to make the brakes fail. Couple The most important fact you can look at those signs at brake checks is how many kilometers you have of going down. 25 kilometers is a long way, especially the speed we're going. So if you pick a gear too tall at the top, you are in serious trouble because you've got a long way to go before your brakes have a chance to cool off. They sure didn't do a very good job wrapping those pallets of bricks. All the shrink wrap is leaving all these tails just wagging in the wind. We see the furthest away mountains, that's actually a little white up there. At the top you can see big white as well. Or on the other side of the Downgrade Valley. This runaway lane I saw a couple of years ago. People had their picnic blanket out, having a picnic right at the bottom of the runaway lane.
That seems like a very dumb thing to do.
It's like, you know what? If my brakes fail, my decision is to drive through them. Because they parked in a stupid place. If I bypassed the runaway lane, I could kill completely innocent people, or I could kill people that are stupid for parking and having a picnic in a runaway lane. So in an emergency, if I lose my brakes and you're picnicking in a runaway lane, my decision is to run you over. That is a decision I have made in advance, and that will just happen. It will suck for me, it'll suck for you. It would really suck for me. I have to live with it, but
how many times do you see people park there and stuff?
Yeah. You see people pulled over on their phones or on RV pulled over in there. It's like,
or they're parked there and they go take a hike.
Go for a hike, yeah. It's very obvious that they have no concept of what those are for. They're literally for emergencies, and they get used quite often, considering, like, on a yearly basis runaway lanes get used here, several every year. I've seen many videos of exactly that runaway. I've seen trucks going up. I saw a video where 2 trucks went up on that runaway on the same day. Basically, we are so heavy going down the mountain. If we did not pick the right gear at the top, our brakes are going to fail from overheating, and the only way to not die or kill others is to use those runaway lanes and go up that hill and slow the truck down. You're still probably going to write the truck off, rip all the axles off underneath it. That truck's destroyed. You're not saving it. mean, there's a chance, but there's also a good chance of destroying that truck. But the goal is not to, you know, die.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pick a higher gear. On 14th gear now. There's a couple little steep sections left, but this is fairly flat here. Up to 70 kilometers an hour. At least it's only 6% grade. If it was a 7 or 8% grade, it would be even more dangerous, but 6% grade isn't terrible. And there's a couple of grades we have to go down that's like a 10 or 11% grade. Do those every now and then. But they're all short little downgrades. The short steep ones are not super dangerous. It's the long ones that are the dangerous ones. Pass, Bombi, Paulson, Richter, not Richter, Anarchist. Richter's maybe a little bit, Anarchist, the Connector, the Coquihalla, Hope Princeton would be all the dangerous areas. Highway 1 doesn't have much. I know it's like Rogers Pass and all that. It's not terrible there compared to these. A gear here, back down to 13. Because this section's a little steeper. So that yard, that big gravel yard beside us here, that is flat. That is a nice, flush, flat yard. So if you think about how straight that yard is, it looks like it's going uphill. We're just going that steep down the hill. I know on video it's always hard to tell how steep it is. And you think 6 degrees is not a very steep degree. Well, when you're as heavy as this, you are.
It's a very interesting optical illusion.
Right now we're at what, 63,000 kilogram? Maybe a little over 63. The steers are probably close to max as well, so maybe 63,500, which is 139-ish 139,000 pounds. And 139,000 pounds, no permits required, nothing. This is just, there's no double trailer permits required, no double trailer certification on your driver's license. If you have a Class 1 driver's license with no permits, you can run this load in British Columbia. We could run this load, this heavy, this size, as a hazardous materials and not need any certifications or permits. Jess is very talkative today.
I'm trying not to fall asleep.
Try not to fall asleep?
Yeah.
Maybe you can fall asleep and then we can get your snoring. A bunch of shrink wrap just let go on my side. It's got to be like 20 feet long. Got like a 20-foot tail on the side of my truck. It's on the driver's side. Oh good, it got tangled up in the straps, so it's no longer waving 20 feet out to the side.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous. Or cars.
It's just shrink wrap, but still, you wouldn't want to slap a car with shrink wrap. We're not at the bottom yet, but I'm going to speed up here. Till we're on the beach, we're not at the bottom. Welcome to Peachland. A little bit of climb here. We'll get our first look at Okanagan Lake. Go. It takes half an hour to get to the bottom. Well, probably a little over half an hour. Pull into this rest area and just pull some of those loose tails off again.
That's a good idea.
And we'll continue down. This used to be an old scale here. Now it's a visitor info place that's never open. I've never seen it open anyway.
Once.
You've seen it open once?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
We actually went and set it for the washrooms once.
Oh, yeah. Then they put some outside washrooms up and then locked them. So what's the point? So it'd be a great place to spend the night if you're delivering in Kelowna or West Kelowna. lines are technically, you're supposed to park the other direction. Whatever. I'm over it. Alright. Let's see what we can Lake down there. Can you guys see it through the trees? Alright. Now we start another descent down. See the Ogopogo down there at all? See Rattlesnake Island way out there?
Like you can almost see where you're delivering Monday.
I'm literally delivering on the other side of the lake, straight in front of us.
Yep.
One of those housing developments up there, on the other side of the lake.
And the water is so blue and the sky's blue.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, Dumper.
I don't know where the rattling is. I don't understand.
It's been a long week without radio.
Yeah, no Sirius XM this week.
I've had to listen to every rattle.
We should see if it's back on. If it's not on now, they're not going to be on until mid next week before I ask again. Because
I would have to send the signal again, probably.
it says no. Another week before I just go pay for it myself. I offered, I'm like, are you guys paying for this, or is that something I should pay for? We'll pay for it. I'm like, well, then can we get on it, please?
Yeah, but he's also trying to set up another 5 trucks or whatever.
He's extremely busy. There's more important things going on.
You just need to learn some patience.
A little tunnel down to the other side where there's some people that live in some beautiful views of the lake. This hill is steep, but it's not. Compared to the rest of it, this is not bad at all. I'm going to have to come down here slow, but no. I'd come down here at almost full speed limit. I'm doing 85 right now. Speed limit's 90 kilometers. they must be doing a prescribed burn here too. Look at all the smoke in the mountain.
Yeah, they must be. I know the one in Mirror is pretty big. That's probably why they mentioned that one.
It's like this long straight line of burning forest. It's the right time of year to do it right now. Dry enough to barely burn it, but without getting away from them.
Always feels so much busier when you get down to this highway.
Yes. Well, look, motorcycle's out. It's plus 14 degrees Celsius, so a little chilly for a motorcycle, but welcome to the Okanagan. Do is go down the beach and then end the video at Antler Beach, Hardy Falls area. Be a good spot to end the video. You remembering all the maps you need to make today?
I already made one today, so I only have to make this
only
one.
2. And the bonus.
Oh, darn it. Yeah, I'm back up to 2. I made one of the 3. How's that?
Yeah. Got a red light. Red light. What? I gotta look. I don't know why.
You had a red light, and I was going to say green light, but then I remembered there's some kind of game.
Red light, green light.
And then I wasn't going to start that. But now we have.
Now we have?
Yeah.
Looks like it's got a little bit of waves on it. Not glassy smooth, but it's not windy either. Kind of nice being back home.
It is.
Now this load's getting delivered in Kelowna. Why am I bringing it all the way to Penticton? That's a waste of fuel. I know of nowhere where I can park this trailer that's safe. There's this weird thing. That kind of makes sense. When there's a trailer with a truck attached to it, nobody steals anything off those trailers because there's an 85-90% chance that I'm sleeping in the truck and you jump on the trailer, the whole truck shakes, I wake up.
Yeah.
Like I've had someone jump on the trailer and I'm awake and out there right away. What the heck is going on here? Just some kids playing. Can't remember if that was Portland or something. But the second that you drop your trailer in a pullout somewhere, it seems to be just free game. Like people have stolen tarps off of my trailer. They've stolen tire chains off of my trailer. When I had truck problems and I had to drop a trailer somewhere.
sure they would try the toolboxes if we left them.
There's nothing really to steal in there.
Yeah, but people would.
What's valuable is the tire chains. Obviously different truck drivers are stealing this stuff. They're stealing the valuable stuff. The tire chains and the tarps. I've also seen trailers that are parked there more than a few days at like a brake check or stuff like that. All the lights are missing. People have stolen the nice looking lights off the new trailer.
Really?
It's like, oh, there's a new trailer here. Look at those nice fancy lights. All the lights get stolen. I'm like, what? So it seems to be fair game. If you don't have a truck attached to a trailer, you can scavenge everything off of it.
It's pretty sad.
So I don't feel safe dropping this trailer anywhere between Kelowna and Penticton. If I were still work for Sunco, I would drop it off in the Sunco yard and then go home. But we don't have access to any yards here anymore. So to keep it safe, it's better to take it home where we've never ever had any problems with anyone taking anything.
You had one idiot graffiti your toolbox.
Yes, we've had one person graffiti our toolbox, yes. That's happened.
But that's the worst that's happened. It says that one time you parked it at the trailer repair place.
What happened then?
I think you could tell somebody went through your toolbox.
Oh, someone went through my toolbox, yeah. And nothing got taken though, because there's nothing of value in there. Yeah, definitely a good burn going on up there. Everything south from where they're burning here got burned last year, so this will be a good burn to help protect peachland. So fires coming up this summer, because as dry as it is, there's going to be lots of fires this summer.
Well, there's a lot to be concerned about. The water levels, the fish, the bees.
Yeah.
Everything, right?
Like the water level should be to the height of the dock,
Yeah.
the top of the dock, and the water is like 5 feet below where it should be.
I saw an article, this is normal water levels right now. But I put quotations around that.
Yeah, it's low. Unless we get a lot of rain, we're in trouble. But anyway, this is where we said we were going to end the video. Just drove by Antler Beach. Thank you so much for all your support. Remember, if you guys are a new member and if you hit that join button, these credits won't show your names, because whoever's in the credits right now was a member as of March 15th. So the member list will probably have completely changed to when this video comes out. So just keep that in mind when we get back to regular videos. Memberships always lag behind. The credits always lag behind 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But of course, if you quit being a member, your name will keep showing up for another 2 or 3 weeks after you've quit, so it evens out at the end. So Linda's still at the top there. Nobody can catch Linda as long as she stays up there. What are we getting a text about?
Yeah, Monday eye appointment.
Monday guy appointment?
Yeah.
We have an address where we have to split our trailers?
No, eye appointment.
Eye appointment. Oh, eye appointment. Got it. It's too loud in here. Anyway, we're going to bail out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully we're back to regular videos here soon. We are out of here. Jess is yawning. I guess she's really going to go to bed.
No, we're almost home.
You guys absolutely rock.
Adios.